The Jesus Book is a deeply devotional and wisdom-centered work that presents Jesus Christ as the ultimate pattern for life, leadership, success, wisdom, relationships, and destiny fulfillment. Rather than a theological debate, the book is a collection of revelations, observations, and practical lessons drawn from the life, words, and mindset of Jesus. Dr. Murdock's core message is simple but powerful. Everything you desire in life can be learned by studying Jesus closely. 1. Jesus as the perfect model for life. The book opens with the conviction that Jesus is not only the Savior, but also the supreme role model. Dr. Murdock emphasizes that Jesus lived intentionally, never randomly. Every action, silence, decision, and response carried meaning. Studying Jesus teaches us how to live with purpose, clarity, and divine focus. Jesus becomes the blueprint for how humans should think, act, love, and lead. 2. The wisdom of Jesus. A dominant theme in the Jesus Book is wisdom. Dr. Murdock highlights that Jesus spoke in parables to protect wisdom from the careless. Wisdom attracts honor, favor, and increase. Jesus valued understanding more than popularity. The author teaches that success in life is directly connected to how much of Jesus' wisdom you understand and apply, not merely admire. 3. Jesus and the law of focus. Jesus lived with absolute focus on his assignment. Key lessons include: Jesus refused distractions, even from well-meaning people. He said no often, preserving energy for divine purpose. He understood the danger of divided attention. Dr. Murdock teaches that focus determines speed, excellence, and fulfillment, and that confusion disappears when focus is restored. 4. Jesus' relationship with the Father. A major emphasis is Jesus' intimate, disciplined relationship with God. The book explains that Jesus prioritized prayer above activity. His miracles flowed from communion, not effort. Private devotion preceded public power. This section teaches that spiritual authority is born in secrecy, and that neglecting prayer weakens purpose. 5. Jesus and the law of obedience. Dr. Murdock highlights Jesus' unwavering obedience. Jesus obeyed even when obedience led to suffering. He submitted fully to divine timing. Obedience was more important than comfort. The book stresses that obedience is the highest expression of love, and that delayed obedience is often disguised disobedience. 6. Jesus as a master teacher. Jesus' teaching style reveals profound leadership wisdom. He asked questions more than he gave answers. He spoke differently to different audiences. He simplified eternal truths into relatable stories. Dr. Murdock shows that effective communication is the ability to make truth unforgettable, a skill Jesus mastered perfectly. 7. Jesus and people management. Jesus understood people deeply. He invested in a few, not the crowd. He tolerated betrayal without losing focus. He corrected privately and confronted lovingly. The author explains that relationships determine destiny, and Jesus modeled how to love people without being controlled by them. 8. Jesus and the law of sacrifice. Sacrifice is central to the life of Jesus. He gave up heaven for humanity. He surrendered comfort for obedience. He embraced the cross for redemption. Dr. Murdock teaches that great rewards are always preceded by great sacrifices, and that avoidance of sacrifice limits destiny. 9. Jesus and faith. Faith, according to the book, is confidence in God's integrity, action based on divine instruction, trust that produces movement. Jesus consistently rewarded faith, not need. The lesson is clear. Faith attracts miracles. Doubt delays them. 10. Jesus' view of wealth and possessions. Contrary to misconceptions, Jesus taught, money is a tool, not a master. Stewardship reveals character. Giving unlocks multiplication. Dr. Murdock explains that Jesus emphasized eternal value over temporary possession, teaching generosity as a wisdom key. 11. Jesus and the power of words. Words were central to Jesus' ministry. He spoke life, truth, and authority. His words healed, commanded, and restored. Silence was sometimes more powerful than speech. The book stresses that words create environments, and careless speech sabotages destiny. 12. Jesus and destiny fulfillment. Jesus finished his assignment with clarity. He knew why he came. He stayed faithful to the end. He completed his mission without regret. Dr. Murdock teaches that destiny fulfillment requires clarity, endurance, and submission to God's plan, regardless of opposition. Core lessons from the Jesus Book. Jesus is the highest expression of wisdom. Focus is essential for destiny. Obedience unlocks authority. Prayer fuels power. Relationships shape outcomes. Sacrifice precedes greatness. Faith produces results. Words carry creative power. Overall message of the book. The Jesus Book is a manual for godly living, urging readers to study Jesus daily, imitate his values, apply his wisdom practically, align life decisions with his example. Dr. Murdock presents Jesus not only as Lord and Savior, but as the ultimate mentor for success, leadership, love, and purpose. For more insightful and faith-lifting audiobooks, do well to like and subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching and listening to us today.